Hey everybody, it's Coach Hall. I'm back. Yes, I'm back. It's August the 2nd, and we're doing another Learning to Launching to Earning Monday motivational meeting here. And I missed you guys. Hope you missed me. We haven't done one of these since June the 28th. And back at that time, we only had 52 members of the group. And let me just real quickly jump on the computer here to see what we've got today. I think we've grown by quite a bit, and it looks like we have grown to a number of 67. That means we've increased by 15. That's about one person every other day coming into the group. Fantastic. You guys are doing better without me. Maybe I'll go back on vacation again. Who knows? Actually, speaking of which, I really wasn't on vacation. I thought I was on vacation. That was the intention, but some things came up, life comes up. And in this case, it turned out that when I went over to Spain to help my in-laws out with their packing, they hadn't really even gotten started. And so we spent the 18 days there basically just packing. A lot of laborious work. I really needed that time off because July or August, I'm sorry, we're in August. This is how messed up I am. June, I was a mess. My father passed away. My mother was going through cancer surgery. A lot of things going on. And when I get back here, because of the move that's taking place from Spain back to the U.S. with my parents, I'm going to have to move my office, which is what I was doing last week. And so I mentioned that in the group. I think I took some pictures of the progress. So if you see the current state I'm in, well, we're still in a work in progress here. I still have to get some lighting situated right, and my office isn't completely exactly the way I want. There's some things that have to move around, and that's what's going to be going on. So I'm going to be kind of in and out. We'll call this the dog days of August modality, where everybody's kind of halfway in and halfway out. In fact, half of Europe is probably on vacation this month. So for all you folks that are tuning in that are members that live in Europe, you probably won't even get this message for a while. Hopefully you will. Hopefully you'll tune in from time to time. But here's the thing. Very excited to get back into the swing of things. I've finished up the bulk of what I want to do in terms of the courses. So all of the students that are going and taking any of the 30 courses that are available in Udemy, you're now going to get more of my attention. I'm going to be officially launching the LLE group here in the next couple of days. I've got some things that are happening. I've got a big meeting taking place next Monday, and I'll talk to you guys about that. And then I'm also formulating some things. I've been speaking to some of you. I'm going to be putting out a poll here. The other day I dove in and tried out the rooms in LLE, and Sonja just happened to be online, I guess, and saw that I was on and got the notification that I was broadcasting live, and she said, let me go see what this dude's doing. and she said hello, and I'm so happy and grateful that she did, because she was kind enough to jump onto the call, and hopefully you guys have seen that. It's floating around in the group as well, and check that out. It was kind of an interesting back and forth between her and I. It was the first time we met. It was kind of weird. We should have, I should have been a bit more aware and took a few minutes to say, hey, hello, how you doing? It's great to see you. But I was so caught up in the process of learning, and she jumped right in with me, and she was such a doll and so kind to help me out in this learning process. I think she learned a few things too. And we're going to be using this incredible tool. This is the way for us to really move the learning into closer and closer to launching. Launching is where you actually put these things that you're learning into practice and use it in your life, so it helps improve your life. And that's really what I want to do. It's not just about giving you a bunch of information and turning and walking away and going, bye-bye, I hope you do well with it. No, I really care about what it is that I'm offering, because I know it impacts the lives of people. In fact, I know for certain, I've been tested recently. As I said, I've been going through a lot of things lately. my father dying, my mother going through cancer surgery, my father-in-law also dealing with cancer and now needing another surgery, the moving, having to move them from Spain to here, dealing with COVID like everybody's dealing with COVID, having some minor health issues that I'm dealing with myself, and moving that's taking place over here, and then dealing with everybody else's issues related to all these things I've just spoken about, because I have a big family and I'm the oldest son and tend to be kind of the head coach, if you will, and the go-to person for psychological support, what have you. So it's been a really stressful and difficult couple of months for me. And if it weren't for the fact that I am a life master in the realms of ACT and 6 film and the frameworks of the optimal happy life coaching that I teach as well, using the tools of the Cognition Tower, the CTME, the Cognition Tower Mind Elevator, it's these things that have helped me get through these very difficult times. If it wasn't for the fact that I practice and use these things, I would be an absolute basket case right now. I would be a mess. I mean, I've had financial issues and struggling with money and needing money to do the kind of moving and traveling and things there's been structural changes within Udemy and how we're getting paid, and I put a bunch of money into my school that I'm starting up, and there's been a lot of stresses going on, but it hasn't got me down. I walk through life with a big smile on my face, which wasn't the way it used to be. Had I not been able to utilize ACT and 6film, Optimal Happy Life, CTME, these things, if they weren't available to me, I'd have crashed and burned a long time ago. So I'm a walking, talking testimonial. I'm walking the talk, preaching what I'm teaching, and walking the talk of preaching and teaching and teaching and preaching and whatever other rhymes with that stuff. But basically what I'm saying is that I do what I talk about because I know it works. And this is why I'm even more passionate about it, because I get to live the example of the power of these frameworks and all these things that I teach. And I want to share that with you. I know each and every one of you going through some level of discomfort, trouble in life. COVID has put everybody on edge. It's impacted everybody to some degree or another, if only just the inconvenience and the discomfort of having to go out and wear these uncomfortable masks and keep our distance from people, or maybe avoid certain situations that we would normally in the past just be able to do freely and easily. Shopping, that even something as simple as shopping, going to get your groceries, can be incredibly stressful. And so I'm very much aware of all that. And I reached out recently in the last couple of days. I've sent messages to each and every one of you, reaching out to you to let you know that, hey, I'm back, I'm available. If you got any questions about the course that you're taking, please feel free to ask away. I'm going to make myself available as much as I can to give as much of myself one-on-one as possible. At some point, I'm going to run out of time available, because already, if I were to spend 5 or 10 minutes with all 67 members at this point, I wouldn't have enough time of the day to do anything else. And I can't do that. So at some point, I realize that maybe 5%, 10% will actually take advantage of this opportunity to reach out with me. That's good, and I can handle that workload. But what we really want to do is move into this new discovery, this feature that we have in LLE, which is this rooms concept. Because in rooms, we can meet in a group, and 5, 10 of you can come join in, and we can talk and have a big discussion. And once you guys get to know each other, I can step away. You guys can interact with one another and support one another. I'm here in the USA. I know there's people out in India. There's people in South Africa. There are folks in Australia. There are people in all parts of Asia and all parts of Europe and South America. So what I'm saying is that we're in a lot of different time zones, and I can't be in all time zones at one. I can't meet you at noon on your time zone uh, any particular day. Some days, yes, but most days not. So we're going to need to be able to learn from each other and work with one another. So that's the idea here. That yeah, I open the doors, I'm getting things started, but it's not all about me. It's never been about me. It's just about me sharing what I know works, has worked for me and many, many other people that I've personally had one-on-one coaching sessions with. I've impacted and helped a lot of people. And that method of doing it is rewarding, but it's not going to accomplish what I really envision and what I want in the world, which is to impact as many people as possible. And my goal is to impact 1 billion people indirectly and 1 million people directly, 1 million families. And with that goal, I can't do it one-on-one. I need to find other people that are passionate about what I'm doing and have learned the lessons by plugging in these things that I've been teaching. In addition to what you bring to the table, what has worked for you, creating your own sort of unique modality, if you will. Plugging in ACT, maybe using some type of vibration energy, maybe you're using handwriting analysis, maybe you're using dream, dream interpretation, maybe you're using crystals, maybe you're using any sort of type of hypnotherapy or tapping or CBT, some of these more traditional or mainstream types of modalities. Plug these things in with ACT, plug it in with 6FEM, plug it in with the Optimal Happy Life Framework, plug it in or use rather the CTME in addition to, because that is a tool that you can use with all of these other modalities that I teach and what you bring to the table. We can collaborate on things. We could build a course together. I can help you earn money the way I've been earning money by starting with a collaboration. These are the things that we can work on, and this is what learning and to launching and earning is all about. And I'm so excited to be back and ready to get going to take this thing to the next level, because you're going to see me struggling here. You're going to see more of my face. I'm going to try to do more Facebook Lives. I'm going to try to be here in a more present and available way. And at the same time, I'm going to be tackling a huge monster myself. You see, the big trigger in my life that took me into my first episodes of panic was marketing. Marketing, it was the thing that I was doing when suddenly my world fell apart. So when I hear the word marketing, I get kind of a shiver up my spine. It's kind of a negative shiver, if you will. It's like, oh boy. And now I know that in order for me to grow my school and to really hit those goals, I'm going to have to look at this monster in the face, right? And tackle all the feelings and all the thoughts and all these things and really use ACT to help me overcome this sort of phobia, this issue, this fear I have with marketing. And so that's my struggle for August. And I'm going to be fighting through this, and I'm going to be launching some things, and I'm going to be earning, and I'm going to be doing all these. I'm going to be learning, launching, and earning when it comes to marketing, especially in the realms of social media. So you might see some of my ads running around here soon in the next few months, and it's all going to be for two reasons. One, so I can learn how to deal with these demons of mine, but number two, to really grow the group. And there's a third reason, it's to hit that goal, because this is the only way I'm going to be able to hit that goal. I can't do it by myself. I need to bring in as many people as I can and create kind of a movement, an army, if you will, of learners and helpers who want to change the world, to create mind masters, to teach all these things that our parents were incapable of teaching because they didn't learn them themselves. The things that the schools don't teach you about. The schools teach you how to become an employee. That's basically it. But you need to learn how to master your mind. Understand what your emotions are telling you. What are you learning from these things? All these experiences that we tend to be conditioned to avoid, we need to now address and accept and learn from, because this represents a more full spectrum of the life experience that we have. And that's what's so exciting about this whole process. I know that I've grown so much as a human being, and I've become far more confident within my capability of doing things and taking on challenges, taking on big life-changing events like the passing of my father, or dealing with the ups and downs of the cancer and the touch and go that my mother's been going through. We almost lost her as well. I almost had two of my closest people in my life pass away on me in a very short period of time. Devastating, right? Devastating. And it was emotional. And I went through it and I dealt with it. But it didn't crush me. It made me understand that this was the test. We learn these things that I teach. You learn the things that you practice because you will need them in your life. It's not about going through life on this easy lane. We're all going to have some of those moments. Some of us will be on the easy lane longer than others will be. But occasionally, a tree falls down in that lane. A hole opens up in that lane. A thunderstorm comes and knocks you off of that lane. Something in life is going to disrupt that easy lane of life, and you're going to have to deal with it. And being able to have a powerful responsive modality like ACT makes all the difference in the world when it comes to how much time you're going to be dealing with this traumatic experience. Will you let that moment, which generally speaking, any sort of trauma is only in a moment's time, will you drag it on? Will you carry that weight around with you for the rest of your life? Or will you recognize what that moment was, learn from that moment, and recognize that you're in a new moment where that no longer exists, and that you can carry the wonderful lessons from that moment forward to prevent yourself from going through many of the same circumstances again. You'll see it coming before it hits you in the face, right? You see these, oh, I know what to do. I know how to navigate these storms moving forward. That's what life is all about. It's full of learning, full of growing, full of just experiencing. And when we do these things in an optimal way, nothing that hits you in the face, nothing that drops in your path, no challenge is too great. It's all doable, and it's all manageable, and it's all there for a reason. So there you go, folks. No matter what's going on in your life, recognize that no matter how bad it might feel today, that it's a feeling that you can use ACT and create that present moment feeling, or recognize who you are in the moment, and then move into that objective position. See yourself as context and go, okay, I am this person that's having these feelings. Lean into those feelings. What are these feelings trying to tell me? Because feelings speak through emotions, and we have to make an intellectual understanding with these emotions. And emotions don't they don't operate by logic. They just are. And so we have to figure out what it is, and we don't need to be afraid of them, and we don't need to avoid these things. We need to accept it. And when we get into that contextual position, we can see ourselves as if we're watching ourselves on TV. We can go, oh, okay, what's happening here? Oh, and you can see how the environment is impacting you. You can see how you are reacting and behaving in this manner, what's going on the inside. And you can also relate to the spiritual or the mysterious aspects. What is happening that's more or less unexplained but yet real? And how can we tap into that? Because that's there as well. And this is the whole thing. One of the things I talk about in all my courses, the nature, nurture, and mystery of life. And the mystery part is just as important as what's the tangible nature of things that you experience from the inside out, as well as what we all are playing with in this game of life, which is the outside in and the environment that we call life. So, learn, launch, and earn. That's what this group is all about. I'm so happy to be back. Again, I've messaged each and every one of you as best I can. I think I couldn't get through to a couple of you because either you're too new to the group and I'm not able to message you at this point or whatever. I will continue to make an effort to do so. And you're free to message me at any time. I will try my best to get back with you. I want to help you learn so that you can get to launching, so we can all get to earning what we need in life. Okay, and that's going to wrap up this Monday morning motivational meeting. I hope I've motivated you. Hope you get excited. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week. Look forward to the comments. Look forward to the answers. I'm going to put out a poll here in a day or two, maybe later today if I get a chance. I'll put up a poll about what we can do in the rooms and some ideas. And if you have any ideas that you'd like to see in the group, post them. Go ahead, post them up, put them up as a poll, or just contact me through a messenger and I'll do it. I'll put it up there for all of us to see. Okay. All right, guys, I'm back. I hope you didn't miss me too much. I miss you guys, but you're not going to be missing me much anymore because you're going to be seeing me on here quite a bit. All right, you guys have a fantastic rest of the week and take care, and I'll see you the next time a week from today on the Monday motivational meeting.